Hello, this is a little bio video, a little bit about me. I'm just going to give you my life story, some of my experiences, why I got into fitness, and a little bit of that. So let's just jump right in. So I'm originally from California, Manhattan Beach, where they filmed the movie Blow. If you've ever seen it with Johnny Depp, it's a great movie. It's one of my favorites, but that's where I'm from, that little tiny beach. It's nice. I grew up out there. I was raised by my aunts. Called them Tia, Tithi, and Nana. Their real names were Shirley, Joanne, and Carol. Carol and Joanne are sisters. Shirley and Joanne were actually lovers. So, yeah, I didn't know that until after they passed away, though. I always just thought they were all related. I didn't know that that was her wife. Except they couldn't get married back then because America had stupid laws. And long story short, they loved me. They loved me more than anything. They showed me a lot. I was very spoiled growing up with them. Not that that's their fault. They just tried, they saw a kid that didn't have much and didn't have a mom and dad and tried to love them. And so there you go. That's what it was. And sadly, they passed away around the time I was 6 and 7. One after another, years apart. That's Joanne and Shirley, Tithi and Nana. And after that, I gained a lot of weight. I got really depressed. I did not do good in school. I just didn't care. It was just, thought everything was kind of dumb. And, it got a little hard. It was weird. Anyway, so, anger, depression, that all comes into play after that. And I found skating, and that made me a little happy, but it was still like this fringe thing, even back, only 10 years ago. Like, now I go out to California, and the cops don't care. They don't care at all what you do. And, like, we were skating a courthouse, and it's like sanctioned by the city to do that. But I remember getting like guns drawn on us, me and my boy Joe Martinez, when we were like 11 or something, because we were skating at a mechanics. So I mean, it's changed a lot. But yeah, so I mean, got into skating. I was a pretty heavy kid still, and then found a little bit of happiness, and then my father passed away. And I didn't really know him too well, but I'd always wanted to, as obviously. And so then it got a little worse, and I just really, really wasn't doing good in school. I didn't care. And my Aunt Tia, who had taken me in, it was hard for her. She was starting a business. Her sister had passed away. I mean, I don't blame her. And so she looked for help, and my uncle came. And he brought me from California to Florida. Hey, buddy. Oh, it's a puppy. Little puppy. So he brought me from Florida to California. And I moved in with him and the Hanley family, who was my step family. And they were awesome. And they gave me a whole lot and taught me a lot. Put me in private school, which is why I'm semi-articulate. And, my brother had moved out here earlier. He had some issues, and they had got him some help, and he got into boxing. And I kind of, I wasn't really into it. I didn't want to box. He basically told me, either you're going to come to the gym and not be fat anymore, because I was 235 pounds. I was like 12 years old. He was like, either you come to the gym or I'm going to beat you up. You either get beat up at the gym or you get beat up at home by me. So I made the choice to start going to Clearwater Boxing. And ultimately, it was the best thing for me, 100%. That just is what it is. Part 2 coming. Guard dog. All right, let's talk boxing. So, started boxing at 12. Strictly was only doing it for weight loss. I was still skating. But, I was kind of getting in trouble, and I was messing around a lot. And actually, with the real shift from skating to boxing, I kind of forgot about this, and I didn't write it down. But I actually got arrested. It was when they banned skateboarding on Clearwater Beach. There was a big protest. I actually have a picture of me I'll I'll bring that over and show it. I actually have a picture of me at a protest for skating. We were trying to get it to where they would let us skate on the beach again. I don't know if you can see it. There I am right there. My nice crazy hair. Yeah, so I was skating down there, and after that protest, I knew I wasn't allowed to, and I went skating anyway, and I got arrested. And my parents were pissed, obviously. And so long story short, couldn't skate, I was grounded, but I was allowed to go to the gym. So then boxing kind of became this new thing for me, and slowly I got really good at it. In the first year, I went from 235 pounds, I got down to 165. A year and a few months, and I had my first fight, and I won by second round knockout. And then I had my second fight a few months after that, and I won again by second round knockout. And then I fought my third fight, and I won by first round TKO. And then after that, I went to my first tournament, the Florida State title. My fourth fight, I fought a kid that had over, I believe, 30 fights. He had over 20 wins or over 30 wins, something like that. His name was Zamora. He's really cool. I'm friends with his brother on Facebook. They're really cool people. His brother's actually a really great coach up in, I think, like Opelika or something. He's awesome. But I ended up beating him, and then went to the finals and won by TKO in the third round at the finals to win the state title. After that, I had another, I think, second or third round TKO. Then the rest of my fights I went after that, I believe, all by decision. And a few more fights after that, I won the Golden Gloves. The Golden Gloves was a 2-part fight. First fight, I won it. Second guy didn't show up for the weigh-ins. And then the third fight, I won via points in the third round that I was losing the fight, actually. I came back to win the final round, which was really fun and cool to win me the Golden Glove state title. And then after that, now I was about 18. I was starting to work. Boxing was still my life. But at 18, you just kind of, you start dating, you get jobs, you party with your friends. It was a fun time. But then depression came back. The end of that didn't make much sense. My depression came back, but for a slew of reasons. I wasn't training like I used to. I stopped going to the gym as much. I was training more at home. And the gym I was at was like a sense of family. So I assume at the time you don't think about it. Now looking back, I'm thinking that's why I was depressed. Is I just I've built a family, built a home, and then I just left that to go and explore life. And it was a great time, and I learned a lot, but it put me in a downward trend. And, I got my first real girlfriend. We dated for almost 2 years, and then we broke up, and that was bad. And I just went nuts. I was 19 or whatever, and I just spiraled, And then from there, I just started getting in trouble. At 21, I got a DUI charge, which don't drink and drive. If that's one thing I can tell you. Don't drink. It's not good for you. It's bad. It definitely set me back many years. If you can handle it, then awesome. But some people can't. And if you think you might be one of those people, then you should stop. If it's ever caused you any legal troubles or family troubles, even a little bit, you should just give it up. It's not worth it. It's just wasted money and wasted time. That's my little PSA. And then from there, I got arrested for pot after my DUI charge. About a year after that, I got arrested felony pot possession. And, being on probation, basically being tracked by the government, having, cops show up at your door to look at you and, peeing in a cup in front of people. It's not fun. And it puts your head in a space where you know you're not a bad person, but you feel like one. And you feel, part of me felt like I couldn't be a part of society, like I wasn't good enough. And it just gets worse. It just got bad. And then I started drinking, and then I couldn't smoke, so I started substituting that with drinking because I was on probation. And they don't really check for alcohol, like, unless that's what you went in for, they don't really care. So I got away with it for a long time. I was drinking every day. I was drinking a 750 milliliter bottle of rum and Coke every day, sometimes two. Sometimes I would finish a bottle about, this big, and then I would usually finish that, if I got lucky, by 2 a.m. I'd walk down to the local bar that was across the street from my apartment, and there I would drink until 2:50 when the bar closed, but I would always leave 10 minutes early because there was a gas station on the way home where I could buy wine or beer as long as I got there before 3. And that was my daily life, probably 5 to 6 days a week. And the only reason it wasn't 7 is there was usually 1 or 2 days where I was too hungover to physically drink again. It wasn't that I didn't want to, it was that I was so fucked up I couldn't. And yeah, and so from there, then I blew up to 300 pounds. I got to, major depression, lots of strain on my relationships. My family did not like dealing with me or talking to me. I strictly became that, that guy that's only around for holidays because, pretty much any other time I was too messed up to get there. And yeah, so that's crazy. And then so I mean that was pretty much me from 22 to about 25-ish. Around 25, I had hated myself. I really wanted to make a change, but I didn't know how. I mean, it was as simple as quit drinking, right? But like, it just doesn't, when you're in it, you don't know. But I knew I wanted to change. I really didn't like myself, damn near hated myself. And for whatever reason, when New Year's 2020 came around, I just said, I'm gonna try not to drink. I'm gonna try and give it a week. And then I got 1 week down. And then after the week, I was like, well, shit, let's see if I can get a month. And then the month came. And then from there, I was just like, well, I don't really want to drink anymore. I got this time under my belt, and any time I would think about drinking, it actually terrified me because I was worried that I'd slip back into my old routine of just drinking every day, sleeping all day, just doing nothing. And I'm really blessed. Since 2020, I've not drank. I've lost now 59 pounds. Or yeah, 59 pounds. I got to 241 a few days ago. That was awesome. And in the last couple months, I just started recertifying myself. I'm now a ISA certified trainer, and I'm doing good. And I want to say one last thing, because this is the end of my little bio video, and this is for anyone that has family that's an addict, or a family member that's an addict. This is for you. Know that all you can do for an addict is love them, try your best to understand them, but know that they won't change until they want to change. It has to come from within. So love them, but know that it's not your fault. And everyone's rock bottom is different. Mine was literally, I hated myself. Every time I looked in the mirror, I hated seeing what I saw, my big fat belly, the stupid stuff I said to people. It was embarrassing. And that was my rock bottom. Some people, their rock bottom could be as simple as losing their job or girlfriend, and that's it, and they're done. They're not going to keep doing it. For me, it was a little more severe, and I hope that this message can help someone, or at least ease some pain. A lot of people have gone through it. I'm not the first one. I'm not going to be the last. And yeah, that's it. That's my little about me. If you would like to know more, feel free to shoot me a message. I'm pretty open, obviously. And let's kill it. Gym Junkie 2020. We're taking over. All right, guys. I feel like I should probably put this in the video. So here is my Golden Gloves Championship. Shout out, rest in peace, Grandpa, for making me this frame and hanging that. Here is my first certification. I need to get my new one hung up. This is from 2016 to 2018. Of course, here we go. There's me, your boy. protesting, fighting the good fight. And this is just a poster from when I fought the Golden Gloves. And I believe this is the one I won, or this might have been the one I lost. I'm not sure. And then there's my state title. My state title, and then a bunch of dead stuff. It's Muhammad Ali. Yeah, this was weird. I don't like having to make videos of myself talking to a camera. But hopefully you learned a little bit about me. And yeah. Okay, have a good day. Kill it.